banner behind us is what this is all about. We got a job to do. The job has never stopped. The job is to save America.
Well, if you were out there celebrating the 4th of July this weekend, you may have missed this on Saturday, although not if you were watching us here on Newsmax. Our next guest spoke at President Trump's Sarasota rally over the weekend in Florida, telling 45,000 people, a massive audience, that we need to save America right now. This after several race-related tweets from fellow lawmakers during a holiday weekend, which is supposed to be about uniting America and celebrating America. For more on all this is Florida Congressman Byron Donalds. Congressman, good morning. Nice to have you back on.
Good morning. It's good to be with you guys.
It was pretty unbelievable on Saturday. Just before we get into everything, what was it like being in front of a big live audience like that once again? I was looking at one of the newspapers down there in the Tampa Bay area. They said about 45,000 people were there. Amazing.
Listen, it was just great to see people like in a major area, something I haven't seen, frankly, not a lot of people have really seen for more than a year because of the pandemic. So it was good to see people just out, getting back to normal life, wanting to actually really come together and doing everything they could to provide support to save our country. I mean, our country is falling apart in front of our eyes. And to see that there are Americans who still have not lost a beat, they're still just as passionate about our country today as they were 18 months ago, it's a phenomenal thing to see. I was happy to be there.
Joe Biden has been trying to transform America with a massively woke liberal agenda over the last 5+ months. Trump-style conservatism, it appears, is here to stay. 45,000 people showed up to see a former president in a non-election year. I think that says a whole lot about where we are as a country right now. But I want to talk about a fellow member, Congresswoman Cori Bush, the squad's newest member. She had multiple tweets over the holiday weekend, starting with this one on the 4th of July, where she said, quote, "When they say that the 4th of July is about American freedom, remember this, the freedom they're referring to is for white people. This land is stolen land and black people still aren't free." I'm wondering what you make of a tweet like that.
What I make of that tweet is just the pure and utter foolery that it is. First of all, let's be honest. Number one, we know we have a past in our country when it comes to race. Everybody understands that. But we are the freest country in the world. If you want to talk about people being oppressed, go ask the Uyghurs what's going on in China. Black people have been able to thrive in the United States for more than 100 years. We've gone through civil rights. We've gone through Jim Crow. We've gone through Reconstruction. We've gone through the Civil War, the Emancipation Proclamation. There's been so much progress for Black Americans in our country, even in spite of our past. So for her to tweet this out, it's just trying to get clicks. It's frankly disgusting. It makes no sense. It flies in the face of reality, especially when Cori, she has the ability to serve in the people's house just like I do in America in 2021. That's not Black people being oppressed. That's Black people thriving, and we're going to continue to thrive in America as the years continue.
Absolutely. We had a Black president for 8 years, Black attorney general, and we've got a Black vice president right now. Maxine Waters questioned the Declaration of Independence and the notion that all men are, in fact, created equal with a tweet that she put out on the 4th of July as well. What does this do for uniting America? Don't forget, Joe Biden, the theme of his inauguration was America United. And 5.5 months later, this is what his party is doing.
But I got to tell you, like these kind of cute little tweets that they're putting out questioning the Declaration of Independence. Yes, we know that there were Black slaves when the Declaration was being written. But the theme of that document, the beauty of that document, was actually to have a country of, by, and for the people that was free from British tyranny. That is the purpose. Our country continued to live up to that with the Civil War and the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation and the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. So to try to take us back, I find it interesting. The Democrats are the ones always trying to take us back. Everybody else is trying to live where we are today and move forward. They're trying to take us back. It is the silliest thing. It is, frankly, the most divisive thing. This kind of rhetoric, this kind of talk, that doesn't bring America together. It further divides us. But I will tell you that there's a lot of Black Americans and white Americans, obviously, who don't subscribe to this, who don't want any parts of this. They find it to be nasty politics, and they're over it, and they're sick and tired of these kind of comments.
Yeah, the Declaration of Independence, the Star-Spangled Banner, our flag, those are meant to unite all Americans. There are not two Star-Spangled Banners. There are not. It was just very interesting to see this all play out over the weekend. I do want to talk about what's going on in Florida, down in Surfside. I know you've been down there. You've been on with us talking about it. We're getting closer to 2 weeks since that building came down. They brought down the remainder of the existing building so search and rescue crews can better and more safely get through that rubble. What's the current situation right there, especially with this storm, Tropical Storm Elsa, making its way toward the west coast of Florida?
Well, I mean, look, the good news is that the tropical storm, being on the west coast of Florida, it's probably not the best news for my constituents, but for the search and rescue going on in Sunrise, it's the best thing. Keeping that storm as far away from there is a good thing. The second thing is, they're having the ability to really go in and dig through the substructure and get through the debris fields a lot faster now that the rest of that building has come down. It's really, really tough. I know those crews are out there doing everything possible to find survivors, but we're at a point right now where everybody just needs to send their prayers to the family members and just thank God, frankly, and pray to God that there's somebody that survived this tragedy. It's really heart-wrenching. It's heartbreaking. But they're working around the clock to try to clear this field. Hopefully the tropical storm doesn't get in the way of that search for too much.
Absolutely. Everybody down there remains in our prayers, Congressman. Newsmax contributor Jenna Ellis tweeted out over the weekend, "We're one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all." And I thought those last two words said it all right there, because that's really what it's all about for all of us, all Americans.
Amen to that.
Appreciate it, Congressman. Good seeing you. Come back and see us soon.
Anytime. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.